Hello everyone, this is Aditi, and from the title of the video itself, you can clearly understand that we are going to be talking about the personal interview essentials that you all might be facing like in the next week. So as you all know that the cutoffs are out and you have an idea from which all colleges you got the call letter from for the interview for Symbiosis Law Entrance Test 2020. So what you need to right now analyze is where all you will be going for your interviews. For instance, if you have cleared all the three campuses and you want to sit for all the three campus interviews, that is Hyderabad, Noida, and Pune. So you have to prepare accordingly. There's just going to be one interview or I think two interviews for the same. So Noida interview will take place in the by the Noida administration. Pune interview will be taken place by the Pune administration. So you have to give two interviews or three interviews accordingly. So for now, if you have filled all the three campuses and you've got call from all the three campuses, book your slots according to all the three campuses. Don't think that you have filled or booked for Pune. That means that you are eligible for sitting for interviews in other three campuses as well. So what you need to do is you need to book your slots according to the campus requirements. So each campus will have one interview. So if you're sitting for all the four campuses or the three campuses, two campuses, so you will give your interview accordingly. So make sure that you're aware about that. Apart from that, okay, how to study for personal interview. Now, personal interview is something that is very subjective because it depends on the panel, that what kind of panel you'll be getting. Some people get lenient panels, some people get panels that grills a lot. So you need to understand when you enter the room, you need to understand what kind of people they are. You need to read their mind, that what are these people like. So if some guy is asking about a lot of human rights questions, so he's an human rights enthusiast and he's trying to grill you on that point. He's giving you room to make some sort of mistake so that um, end up digging your own grave. So these things happen. So the very essential thing is that you need to understand and assess what kind of panel they are, what kind of panelists they are, what is the panel like. If there's a woman, you need to answer questions without hurting the sentiments of women. This is for the men and the boys who will be going for the interview. So don't give any sexist comment that will offend the panelists. So the most essential thing is you need to understand and analyze what kind of panel it is. Now, this thing you can't do it at home. You need to do this analysis when you reach on the spot, when you reach the interview room. What you can do beforehand, your preparation, is brush up your current affairs. Now, to be honest, we all know that this examination was conducted on an online basis, and we are very sure that there were a lot of unfair means involved in this whole process. So they also know this, you also know this, and you know that what kind of scores people are scoring, which is clearly evident that many people have scored pretty good scores. So you also know this fact, they also know this fact. So what they're going to test in your interview and on what basis they will shortlist is somewhere or the other your knowledge also. So right now, just brush up your whole current affairs. Every important judgment case law that is recently out, you need to learn that, you need to remember that, you need to memorize that, and make a list out of it. Okay, keep revising that thing, because judgments are the only thing that they ask. I mean, when I went for the interview, they did ask me about the Augusta Wetline case, and they asked me the chopper scam, which is clearly known as the chopper scam. They asked me that the particular number of that chopper, do you remember that? And I was like, yes, luckily I did remember that. So read those judgments, read those news thoroughly. In depth, you need to read that, and you need to analyze what kind of questions they might ask. Like in my time, the triple talaq was very much in news. Aadhaar amendment was there, section 33. So these things were in news, and they do ask these things. So Sabrimala, who gave the descending judgment in the Sabrimala case? That was Indu Malhotra. Being a woman, she gave a descending judgment that women should not enter into that particular temple. So why did she say like that? What was her theory? What was her reasoning? All these things have to be remembered and have to be memorized. So ये चीजें प्रिपेयर करो, करंट अफेयर्स ब्रश करो और सारे जजमेंट्स रेडी रखो, इवन द लैंडमार्क जजमेंट्स, ओके, not the recent one, also the old ones, they do ask it, like उसमें क्या logic था, केशव नंदा भारती में क्या था, okay. Another thing is that when you try to answer things, be calculative in giving your answers, because you don't have to say much and you don't have to say less, right? If you're saying much, then you are giving an opportunity, or you're creating a room for them to dig in questions from your own answers, and then you'll be in trouble. If you say that, okay, I know, I like to read Dan Brown novels, and then they ask you, oh, Dan Brown, could you relate this novel's theory with this Dan Brown or this legal theory? What do you think? What's the similarity? And then you're like, no, I've not read that book. Then they'll be like, but you said that you do read his books, so you should have been specific. Why are you giving vague answers? They will say that on your face. So they will put you in stressful situations, but don't freak out. So the first and foremost thing is, do not speak much and do not speak less. If you will speak less, obviously you're out of the competition, and if you speak more, they will drill you more on your answers. So always when you're sitting for an interview, you have an opportunity, and the whole interview is in your hand. ठीक है, तुम जो भी बोलोगे, तुम जो नहीं बोलोगे, कुछ भी है, पूरा इंटरव्यू का स्ट्रक्चर तुम्हारे हाथ में होता है, तुम उसको किस तरीके से आंसर करते हो, तुम्हारे आंसर्स के थ्रू ही अगले क्वेश्चंस बिल्ड होते हैं. तो इस चीज को ध्यान में रखना कि फालतू के ज्यादा बड़ा चढ़ा के आंसर नहीं देना है. Okay, even if you're saying something, just stick to your point, just say that, okay, this is this, don't give vague answers and all. Second of all, don't lie, because they have been sitting on that panel like for years now, and they do know who is lying, who is not lying. So do not lie, do not make up stories, do not brag that, oh my god, I'm such, like, I've always wanted to do law, and then they see your mark sheet and they're like, why did you choose PCM when you wanted to do law? Then you'd be like, no, back up. Then he's like, that means that you never wanted to do it. If you would have wanted to do it, your subject should have been arts and other subjects on, etc., etc. So they will try to grill you. So make sure that your CV or your resume or your profile that they have is exactly according to your thinking. So if they ask you, they do also ask that if you get top NLUs, then would you be joining Symbiosis? Don't lie and say that, oh my god, I'll leave NLS for uh, Symbiosis, Pune and all that shit. Don't say that, because obviously it's a lie. You also know it. So just say that, okay, maybe after top 7 NLUs, I would prefer Symbiosis if I can afford this college. And I think I can. So after the results, if I don't get through, then probably I'll be joining Symbiosis for sure. Give honest answers, give answers which are reasonable. Don't brag. So this is the whole interview thing. They ask you about your hobbies. So hobbies also, don't, like, if you've read one musical, or if you have heard one classical music tarana or something like that, and then you're saying that, oh my god, I am like a music freak and I'm so much into music that I can tell you, they'll catch you. Okay, also in the interviews, they have had asked people to sing. I was not that one, but I have seen a lot of people singing and dancing in the interview, because they do want to see and they do want to, assess your personality, your confidence. So don't lie. That is the only thing I would like to say, that don't lie. Just be as honest as you can, be as genuine as you can. Don't be like, I'm such a big philanthropist and I am so much into human rights, I want to do this, I want to change the world. These all things are very far-fetched. The whole purpose of you to pursue law is the love for the subject, and you need to prove that thing in the interview, that, okay, I was reading this thing, or I was going through this judgment when I was in 10th grade, then I made up my mind that, yes, I want to go for this thing only, and I will be pursuing this only. So be realistic, be genuine, don't brag. That's it. So if you have any specific queries regarding interview things, so this is the only thing you need to prepare. Let me tell you first, do not expect me to tell you anything beyond this, because इससे ज़्यादा कुछ है नहीं. इससे ज़्यादा you can go through your gut feeling. As I said, current issues सब कुछ prepare करो. अब तुम्हारा क्योंकि VAT already हो चुका है, otherwise I would have guided you for VAT also, how to write it and all, but since it's already done, you have only personal interview in your hand. So make sure कि तुम करंट अफेयर्स पूरे पढ़ के जा रहे हो, रिवाइज करके जा रहे हो, मेजर इश्यूज अच्छे से पता है, जैसे अगर डिमोनेटाइजेशन चल रहा था तो यू नो, ऑल्सो रीड अ लॉट अबाउट कोविड, हाउ इज कोविड इम्पैक्टिंग लॉ, ओके, हाउ वर्चुअल हियरिंग्स आर गोइंग ऑन, वर्चुअल हियरिंग्स कैसे हो रही है, किस तरीके से हो रही है, ट्रांसफर पिटिशंस का क्या हाल है, डाइवोर्स केसेस में ट्रांसफर पिटिशंस नहीं हो रही हैं, तो all these things are saving time for the particular honorable court. So you need to learn these things, you need to research more on the issue of covid and its interrelation to law, how covid is impacting intellectual property rights, or how covid is impacting the regular proceedings, uh, human rights, all those things. So make sure that how COVID is also impacting the privacy, the right to privacy of many people, because everything is now online. So how people can protect their privacy and etc. So ये सारे current topics हैं, hot topics हैं, इन सारी चीज़ों को पढ़ लेना. कोविड की वजह से इकोनॉमी पे क्या इम्पैक्ट है, इफ़ यू वर अ कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट और एन आर्ट स्टूडेंट, तो यू शुड बी नोइंग ऑल दीज थिंग्स. बस तो ये सारी चीज़ें हैं, बस इतना ही पढ़ना, इससे ज़्यादा कुछ डिटेल में जाने की, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट अ यूपीएससी थिंग. You just need to, they will assess your personality basically. So the way you sit, the way you speak, the way you smile, keep smiling, don't be like dead bodies there, keep smiling. And वो ये सारी चीज़ें assess करेंगे, तुम्हें difficult situations में, stressful situations में डालेंगे, and they will see how you cope up. So don't worry, even I have met a lot of people who were grilled a lot in their personal interviews, but now they are in the college itself. So don't worry, अगर अच्छा जाता है तो और अच्छी बात है, अगर ग्रिल भी करते हैं तो you never know how you have taken that interview and how you have coped up with that. That is going to help you. Otherwise I don't think so इतना कुछ डरने की बात है. Okay, so आराम से अपना इंटरव्यू देना. और योर लॉ मेंटर is planning to conduct some mock interview. So very soon we will be releasing the Google Forms on the Telegram group. आप उसमें अपने स्लॉट्स का डेट डालना, अपनी सारी फर्दर इन्फॉर्मेशन जो भी मांगी है उसे फिल करना, एंड देन आपको एक मॉक इंटरव्यू हमारे साथ देने का मौका मिलेगा, सो दैट यू कैन जज योर सेल्फ दैट हाउ मच यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड एंड हाउ यू हैव टू गो अबाउट इट. पैनल में हमारे ही कॉलेज के सिम्बायोसिस के कुछ सीनियर्स होंगे, या मैं होंगी, या 2-3 लोग और होंगे, वो पूछेंगे आपसे आपके क्वेश्चंस. ओके, नाउ व्हेन वी वर गोइंग टू दी कैंपस, जब कैंपस में जाके इंटरव्यूज होते थे तब हमसे हम लोग सीवी बना के जाते थे, बिकॉज आई पर्सनली ऑल्सो मेड द सीवी, but I don't think that is important. But I think they are asking to submit certain documents, which is your certificates and all that thing. So if they are asking you for a CV, I will attach one CV, or I will upload one resume sample on the website of Your Law Mentor. तो वहाँ जाके you can download that resume like sample, and then make a CV similar to that. बहुत ज़्यादा लिखना नहीं होता उस पर, बस 2-3 पन्ने की होती है, which gives a brief about you and your background. So just do that, okay? एंड सीवी से रिलेटेड कोई डाउट या कोई पर्सनल चीज़ है जो तुम पूछना चाहते हो, तो वो टेलीग्राम पे यू कैन कॉन्टैक्ट मी, आई विल बी देयर टू हेल्प यू आउट, डोंट वरी. And yes, we will be doing mock interview, so be prepared for that. Most probably we'll start doing it from Monday, or maybe from tomorrow itself, that is Sunday. So yeah, all the best and start preparing, and yeah, I'll see you in the mock interviews then. Bye bye.